Hey everybody, just enjoying a socially distant walk here at the park. I love getting outdoors, and it's times like these, times like this quarantine, where it helps me appreciate getting outside even more. And speaking of the outdoors and creation, we've been studying the book of Job recently. And Job, he faced a lot of hardship. He was grieving the loss of a lot of things. He was isolated and he was hurt. So Job started asking questions. He started asking, why me? Where's God? Where's the justice? Does God care? And God shows up. After a while, God shows up at exactly the right time. And he begins talking to Job. He leads Job on this literary tour of the universe. And it starts all in Job chapter 38. Let's check it out. Job 38:4. Where were you, Job, when I laid the earth's foundation? Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment? Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place? God says to Job, have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all of this. What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and a path for the thunder? And then God looks at all the creatures and he says, does the hawk take flight by your wisdom and spread its wings towards the south? Does the eagle soar at your command and build its nest on high? And Job just has to admit, he doesn't know. Job has to say, he didn't create all this stuff. So it was God that did all of this. And so Job has to simply look at God's creation and say, I surrender. And Job chooses to surrender to God's bigness, God's creativity, God's majesty, God's authority, and God's love. You see, even though God was so transcendently big, God took the time, God made the effort, and God cared to reach out and speak to this one human being, Job. This one human who is going through some troubled times. So we may never know why this pandemic happened, why this quarantine, why these hardships we're facing. But when we look at the creation all around us and how beautiful and magnificent nature is, we realize that maybe we can't know. Maybe it's okay that we won't know. We don't know all these things. Maybe we're not always going to be sure, but we can be sure. We can know that we're loved. So, I'd encourage you, get outside during this season. Seeing God's magnificent creation might help refresh your soul. It might help renew your perspective. It might help you survive this season. I'll see you outdoors.